Some days ago, I was decluttering and found this journal where I used to write all the emotions I was dealing with just after my breakup. I remember that when I wrote in it, which is 2 years ago, it was because I needed to relieve myself from all the emotions I was dealing with. I was looking at the journal and I knew what was inside. I knew what I wrote. During the last 2 years, I read the pages 2 times without feeling any sadness or pain. Now, while looking at it for the 3rd time, I wanted to read it. I started but could not continue. It was a mix of feelings. First, I told myself that it was pointless to read this again as it was not serving me anymore. I am healed and very happy today. I tore the pages immediately and threw them away. While throwing them away, I realized that I forgot this pain. I was trying to remember it, but I could not. I sat a bit with my thought, still trying to figure out how it was. On that day, with a clearer mind, as I see this part of my life as an outsider, I was telling myself that this pain was not only about losing this person, but it was all the feelings I was going through. Mostly how all this situation made me lose myself just to not lose someone else. Today I want to share how I have dealt with my breakup and the different stages I went through to find myself. What I can tell you is that you will go through a lot of emotions. While we all feel pain for sure, each individual has a different approach and a different timeline which are needed to heal. This is my way of how I have dealt with mine to find myself again. Emotional pain can actually feel like physical pain. I never thought it would be something I would feel. When I think of my relationship, which was not working anymore, and the breakup, I think of the pain I was feeling in 2 different ways. There was the pain of losing the other person and the pain of losing myself. I will explain. As humans, we are social creatures. We need a sense of belongings. Losing any of these, especially a romantic one, can cause us to feel negative feelings. We have walked a long journey of our life with someone and now we are losing this person. I remember being scared of loneliness and I did not want to feel lonely. I stayed because I thought that it was just a phase and things will get better. I was obviously seeing the warning signs, but I stayed quiet and suffered more. Warning signs from both sides. I was also saying unpleasant things to hurt because I was hurt too. When I was staying in this relationship which were not working anymore, I was giving more sufferings to myself. It decreased my self-esteem a lot. I was thinking that I was not good enough, and if I change something in the way I am to please the other one, things will be again like before. But by doing so, I was losing the person I was. I was feeling more miserable. I was losing my beliefs and values. When you go through a pain, your body may register it as an emergency. It will be in a state of either you stay and deal with it or you run away and ignore what is happening. When I was feeling the pain, I tried to stay and deal with it because this is something which was too strong for me. I did not want to cry anymore, so I looked for excuses, run away and ignore it. The best way to forget the pain was to keep myself busy all the time. I threw myself completely in my job. I worked every day from early morning to late night. I was always putting a lot of pressure on myself. I was always trying to fill the empty spaces. I have people around me all the time, so as I am not alone, I signed up at the gym, swimming lessons. I did not allow myself to think of the breakup, the anger and the sad feelings. I was preventing myself to pause so as they don't have time to resurface. Reviewing what was happening was too painful and intense. By doing so, I thought that it was the only way to heal, by forgetting everything and I will find myself again, but it was not the right approach. It went like this for about 9 months and then reality came back. There was the second lockdown in my country and this meant that I would be alone most of the time. And slowly all the feelings were coming back to the surface. The one feeling I had to deal the most with was culpability. I remember that when we were struggling to save our relationship, I was feeling guilty of losing him. I was thinking that I was failing in the biggest thing I have ever accomplished in my life, my marriage. I was assuming that I was at fault for everything which was happening, that I should do anything to save it, that everything which went wrong was my fault, that I should have just be the person he wanted me to be and everything would be fine. Then I was blaming myself for allowing this to get to me. I was angry because I was thinking how stupid I was, that I was better than all of this, but mostly because I lost myself. How could I allow someone else to be more important than me? In both situations, I was obsessing about what I did wrong. I was trying to figure out why, trying to find answers and understand. Our emotions, especially when it concerns love, are hard to understand. I guess that's why we tend to blame ourselves for things where we don't find any logic. There were no real specific answers to this. The only thing I could do to begin with the healing process was to let the feelings in and the pain out to be able to move forward in my life. It was hard to face reality and allowed myself to make peace with the pain, but I was determined to deal with the culpability, to let go and find myself again. I took time to reflect on what happened by allowing myself to accept the emotions without controlling them. I could grow and move forward. Every day I tried to do my best to care and to express my feelings and what was going on to make it easier to heal. Finding myself was to fully be the person I was. Showing my authentic self increased my self-esteem and self-love again. What I've learned from this breakup is instead of telling myself what I can do to heal, I tell myself I am healing because I love myself, I am learning from this, and life can only be better from now. Accept it how it is, bad and good. Accept the reality. At this time I am sharing this video, Michael had already landed back to his country, Austria. He left. I cry as it was another separation. I know that there is a possibility that I will never see him again. Our separation was a mutual decision. We have always said that we only want the happiness of each other, even if it's not being together. I wish him the best in his new journey, to be happy again like me. In Austria, we say that people meet twice in their life. Vienna still have my heart, and I will never forget the part of my life I spent there. Everything I am sharing is from personal experience. This is my journey and it can be a different one for you. You have to take time to think of what is best for you and only about you. Feel free to share this video if you think it can help someone. If you have any question, you can ask me in the comment section. Thank you for watching until the end. I will see you in the next one. Take care. Bye.